Hi, so I've come here to the Memorial Stadium, home today in post-COVID times to Bristol Rovers and home since 1921 until a few years ago of Bristol Rugby, now known as Bristol Bears. And I've come here to talk to you today to introduce this week's material on international sports in South America, just off the top of Gloucester Road and Filton Avenue. Because, well, I haven't been here yet, and we've been through 8 or 9 weeks together. I've been to Stapleton Cricket Club, we've been to the home of Bristol Women's Football Club, we've been to the Dings Crusaders Rugby Club, but we haven't been here, one of the most iconic sporting sites in Bristol. So here we are, super interesting space for our purposes. Founded in 1921, as you see on the memorial here, in honour of the war dead of Bristol and Great Britain and its allies in the First World War, which ended in 1918. But it's not a blank space before that. At the end of the 19th century, this is a place of wasteland. Bristol City fans might say it still is. It's a piece of wasteland which is used by visiting circuses, most famously by that of Buffalo Bill Cody, the showman from the United States who toured the US and Britain and elsewhere with an amazing series of entertainments with animals, gymnastics, boxing, all of the stuff that we looked at a few weeks ago when we were thinking about South America's pre-modern sports. And here we are again in exactly the same situation, from Buffalo Bill's entertainment ground to the site of high-level national and international sports. I say international, Bristol Rovers haven't yet qualified for the Champions League or the Europa League. Nevertheless, as a rugby ground, which is what it primarily was until Bristol Rovers moved up the hill from Eastville up here in the 1990s, in the Rugby World Cup, which was held in England a few years back, international rugby was played on this site between the Cook Islands and the United States of America to attendance of 7,000, which is about 2/3 full at the lovely old Mem. So this week I'm going to talk to you about how did international sport come to be of such importance in South American societies. So we're going to trace the evolution of what it means to represent a club, a village, a city, a region, and then a country. And we'll look at how this came to have a special prominence in South America for 2 reasons. One, because of South America's early Olympic history, which is largely not international. And second, because of the coincidence of the birth and the growth of international sporting tournaments with the centenaries, the 100-year anniversary of the Spanish and Portuguese colonies from colonial rule. So international sporting tournaments come to have a special political and cultural symbolism in South America precisely in the 1910s and the 1920s. So all that's what we're going to be looking at this week, keeping in mind the way in which sporting places, even here in Bristol, have memory in terms of political and military successes and events of the past. In this case, the First World War, the Memorial Stadium. This ground is a memorial to the players who lost their lives in the war. So we'll be thinking about these ideas of sport, memory and history as we go through the week together.